Ever wondered how much debt is actually costing you? Well, let's dive into the numbers. In the second quarter of 2023, total household debt surged by $16 billion, catapulting to a staggering $17.06 trillion. Credit card balances in particular experienced a robust expansion, soaring by $45 billion to achieve a record high of $1.03 trillion. The key phrase here is high interest. Interest rates for credit cards, as of August 12, 2023, range from an astounding 20 to 28% on your remaining monthly balance. And for home buyers, even with perfect credit, they're looking at a rate of 7.2%. Those with good credit scores from 660 to 719 are looking at 8.1%. Loan interest rates, on the other hand, can range anywhere from 7.49 to 24%. These numbers are downright crazy. The amount of money the average American wastes on interest rates should be, in my opinion, illegal. By the close of 2022, American household debt reached an unprecedented $16.9 trillion, marking a substantial increase of $2.75 trillion since 2019. To put this staggering amount in perspective, imagine writing a check for $16,960 billion. Carrying excessive debt can weigh heavily on our financial well-being, with high-interest debts such as credit card balances, student loans, car loans, and mortgage payments making the bulk of it. It's crucial to avoid accumulating unnecessary debt and to prioritize reducing these high-interest debts. As debts decrease, surplus funds should be allocated to investments and assets that generate wealth over time. The truth is, every dollar spent on interest is a dollar that isn't building your wealth. So, let's focus on getting out of commercial debt to free us from paying these exorbitant interest rates. Our wealth and financial freedom depend on it. Remember, every dollar spent on interest is a dollar that isn't building your wealth. So, what can you do about this mounting debt and high interest, you might ask? The answer lies in strategically reducing your debt, especially those with high interest rates such as credit cards, student loans, car loans, and mortgages. Let's start with credit card debts, often the most predatory, with interest rates as steep as 20 to 28%. To tackle this, consider transferring your balance to a card with a lower interest rate, or better yet, a 0% introductory rate. Pay more than the minimum balance each month to chip away at the principal amount faster. Next up, student loans. The key here is to stay consistent with your payments and avoid defaulting. If you're struggling to keep up, consider income-driven repayment plans that adjust your monthly payments based on your income. Car loans can be a bit tricky. If you're able, try making bi-weekly payments instead of monthly. This can help reduce your overall interest and shorten your loan term. As for mortgages, consider refinancing if interest rates have dropped since you took out your loan. This could potentially save you thousands over the life of your loan. Now, why focus on high-interest debts? Because the faster you pay these off, the less money you'll waste on interest. Imagine what you could do with that extra cash. Maybe you could finally start that business you've always dreamt of, or perhaps invest in stocks, real estate, or a retirement fund. Wealth building isn't just about making more money, it's about smart money management. By reducing your debt, you free up more of your income to invest in assets that appreciate over time, setting you on the path to financial freedom. Remember, it's not about perfection, but progression. Every dollar you put towards reducing your debt is a dollar invested in your financial future. Keep this in mind as you navigate your journey to a debt-free life. Reducing debt isn't just about spending less, it's about freeing up resources to invest in your future. Now let's talk about a financial secret weapon you might not be fully utilizing: compound interest. Compound interest is a powerful concept with the remarkable ability to magnify your wealth exponentially, but what exactly is it? In the simplest terms, compound interest is the principle of earning interest on interest. It allows for the calculation of interest not only on your initial investment or principal, but also on the interest that has already been accumulated from previous periods. Let's break it down further. Imagine you have $100 and you invest it at a 10% annual interest rate. After 1 year, you'll have earned $10 in interest, bringing your total to $110. Now, here's where the magic happens. In the second year, you're not just earning interest on your original $100, you're also earning interest on the $10 you made in the first year. That's compound interest. As time goes on, this effect becomes more and more pronounced. Your money starts to grow at an increasing rate, faster than it would under simple interest, which only calculates interest on the initial principal. It's like a snowball rolling down a hill, picking up more snow and gaining momentum as it goes along. Compound interest is not just a mathematical curiosity, it's a tool that, when harnessed correctly, can lead to significant wealth accumulation. Whether it's in your savings account, your retirement fund, or your investment portfolio, compound interest is at work, helping your money grow. However, it's important to remember that compound interest is a long-term game. The real benefits come with time. The earlier you start investing and the longer you let your money sit, the more time compound interest has to work its magic. That's why they say the best time to start investing was yesterday. The second best time is today. In conclusion, compound interest isn't just interest on interest, it's your money working harder for you. It's the key that can unlock the door to financial freedom and wealth accumulation. So start early, invest wisely, and let compound interest do the heavy lifting for you. So how can you take advantage of this powerful financial tool? Well, the key lies in understanding the simple yet profound principle of compound interest. It's all about starting early and making consistent contributions to your financial accounts. Think of it as planting a seed. The earlier you plant, the more time the tree has to grow. Similarly, the earlier you invest, the more time your money has to compound and expand. This is why it's often said that the best time to start investing was yesterday. The second best time is today. But what does it mean to make regular contributions? Well, it's as simple as it sounds. Instead of investing a large sum once, invest smaller amounts at regular intervals. This strategy, known as dollar cost averaging, not only makes investing more manageable but also provides an opportunity to benefit from market fluctuations. Now, imagine you're a young adult who just started working. You decide to invest $100 every month. Initially, it may not seem like much, but let's fast forward 20 years. With an average annual return of 8%, your modest monthly investment would have grown to nearly $60,000. That's the power of compound interest. But the magic doesn't stop there. If you continue this habit for another 10 years, you'll have over $150,000, and all this wealth generated from a monthly investment that is perhaps less than what many spend on coffee. The most exciting part is that this growth continues to accelerate over time. The longer you let your investments compound, the faster your wealth grows. This is the exponential power of compound interest. However, it's essential to note that while compound interest is a powerful tool, it's not a get-rich-quick scheme. It requires patience, consistency, and time. It's about building wealth slowly and steadily, not overnight. So start today. Start small if you need to, but start. Make regular contributions to your financial accounts and let compound interest do the heavy lifting. Remember, compound interest is all about time. The sooner you start, the more your money can grow. Let's summarize what we've learned today about reducing debt and harnessing compound interest. We've explored the crushing weight of household debt, a burden that has soared to an eye-watering $17.06 trillion. The culprit, high-interest debts that eat away at our hard-earned income. Credit card balances, student loans, car loans, and mortgage payments. These are the chains that bind us, draining our wealth. But there's hope. By focusing on reducing these high-interest debts, we can free ourselves from this financial bondage. As we chip away at what we owe, we can start allocating surplus funds to investments and assets. This is where the magic happens. This is where we begin to build our wealth, not for the short term, but for a lifetime. And what's our secret weapon in this wealth-building journey? It's the power of compound interest. A concept so simple, yet so potent. It's about earning interest on our interest, creating a snowball effect that accelerates our wealth accumulation. The key is to start early and contribute consistently to our financial accounts. Time and patience are our allies. The longer we let our money work for us, the greater the gains. Yet the power of compound interest remains a mystery to many. A staggering 69% of Americans lack a complete understanding of this financial phenomenon, but not you. You now know its potential. You now understand how it can transform your financial future. So, let's not waste another moment. Let's begin to reduce our high-interest debts. Let's start harnessing the power of compound interest, because the best time to start investing was yesterday. The second best time is today. With the right strategies, you can turn the tide on debt and start building a more secure financial future.